God, we'll figure it out. The Jim and Terry Show coming to you from the bunker in Bob Cage, and I'm one of your hosts, Terry, and with me is my good friend,
Jimmy.
And sometimes we have Jimmy.
I never refer to myself as Jimmy.
Jimmy, that sounds like Jimmy Hoffa. That's gangsterism. Two retired guys with a dark roast for our dark thoughts, and our theme is Jim and Terry Save America. And to continue that theme, we're going to explore the notion that America needs to get off the carbon, get off the fossil fuels, or it will become your ultimate undoing. And I will posit this as our opening gambit, that Canada, along with most of Europe, along with China, are busy little beavers, to use our Canadian metaphor, installing solar panels and wind farms. In the meantime, the Trump administration just paid a French company
almost $1 billion.
Almost $1 billion to just don't build.
Just don't build it.
Don't build the solar farms off the coast of New York.
We'll pay you not to build it.
We'll pay you not.
Because we don't want that socialist mayor to have any success
Mom
whatsoever.
Downey in New York would benefit from that generation. So here's our message to Save America. Get off the proverbial teat of the oil and gas industry. And Alberta, Danielle Smith, if you're listening, same goes to you as you dream dreams of pipelines and cash and payola from oil and gas companies whose head offices are in Calgary. Might be the same message. We need to be forward thinking. And there's our mirror that we hold up in our James Webb analysis of holding the mirror to America. We will save America if we can convince them to get off oil and gas.
Yeah, but I don't think Trump is operating on that wavelength. I think he's not anti-windmill as much as he is pro-oil, because he's got an interest in it. And he also probably calculated when the end of the world will come if we don't do something, and he knows he's going to be dead. So it don't matter.
He doesn't care.
He gets to sip his coffee or what Coca-Cola and sit on the yacht and have maidens telling him 24 hours a day how great he is and how wonderful he is.
How great thou art.
Yeah, because that's what I believe is really happening with that. And unfortunately, the United States, again, a narcissistic view, doesn't realize how the rest of the world's going to look at America with this. For instance, they didn't want to get involved with some of the carbon taxes and stuff. They wanted to get out of that. Well, they cut themselves off from Europe.
Yes.
Where Canada got involved in that and becomes a part of the Europe market.
Because our way of generating electricity, especially for the aluminum smelters, and I'm thinking Quebec is the province that generates most of the aluminum, and they use hydroelectricity, not any other polluting carbon source, and that keeps our products competitive in a European market, whereas the American producers do not and have limited their access to the European
because
markets.
They weren't thinking beyond themselves.
They don't need anybody.
They don't need nobody. And I just heard today on the radio coming here, America's got, 50 plus tariffs on aluminum? They don't have aluminum. Canada has their aluminum.
By the time they create the smelters and the plants to fabricate aluminum,
you'll be stinking. You'll smell the stench of the country by the time they get around to getting things going.
Well, Trump got me when in Trump 1.0, he said, "Good, clean coal."
Yeah, I mean, isn't that the greatest lie?
Which one?
That's the epitome of a lie. Good, clean coal. Beautiful smelling dung. It's just the opposite of what it really is.
Well, now, I appreciate the need for jobs and coal miners in rural states and the eastern United States. I get it. That's about jobs. It's about traditions, that they're the backbone of American steel manufacturing. I don't get it when you cannot help people transition to other forms of energy.
Yeah. I mean, we'd still be riding horses, wouldn't we?
You would.
I mean, we cannot stop progress. Not like that.
No.
I mean, if the rest of the world, if they're going to just be the polluting capital of the world, there's not much we can do at this point about that because they're so mighty and powerful and great and everything. So they can do whatever they bloody well want, but they're not thinking. And we said that in another show. Look at when they blew the whistle on those workers down, and where was it? One of the Gulf states. And they raided Toyota or whatever it was and arrested all the people.
Oh, yeah, that was in Georgia, I think.
Setting up the factory.
Yeah, Hyundai.
Oh, South
Carolina?
No, but South Korea.
Yes.
It was the South Koreans. And they said, well, screw you. And flew their people all back.
Yeah.
One lady caused that trouble.
Yes. One well-meaning MAGA type person.
I know they're there. They're all full of it.
They're immigrants and they're criminals.
Yeah. And no investigation. Just arrest them.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. And even another one that was interesting I was listening to yesterday with the United States putting tariffs on our steel and everything. Still, I believe it's Germany or someone's investing like $32 billion in modernizing our steel plants. So thanks be to the rest of the world.
Forward-thinking people who have a conscience. Didn't you say that at one point? That America needs to grow a conscience?
Yeah, they have to understand there's consequences for absolutely everything you do. For instance, you and me will never be able to set foot in America again.
Yeah, they'll confiscate our phones at the border. We'll never get our Winnebago passed.
I don't know if I'll ever be trying again, but...
Well, I'm going to use the forward thinking to talk about our own dear and near, close to our hearts, not Kevin O'Leary. And he was on a podcast justifying his bid for his version of AI. I know he's got a bid in Alberta, and I know he wants one in Utah. And so his discussion was on his Utah base. And he said, it's China's fault. China ran a public disinformation war about our firm and our AI proposal. It's going to be the cleanest AI installation ever.
Barely use any water at all.
We're going to contribute to the grid by giving back what the excess generation, because we're going to generate our own. He blamed China, so he quoted some numbers and blamed China and said China's duplicitous. They are talking out of both sides of their mouth. But the number he quoted was false. If you check into his numbers, China is the number one leader in solar panels and wind farms in the world. We've
been lied about China. I've never changed my mind.
Aren't they still the great
much.
Evil dragon? Aren't they going to snatch us all up and carry us away?
We're never going to change the way their government is. So don't try.
They're an authoritarian government. Yeah, that's the way they are.
That's the way they are. But they're so more advanced than us. It's unbelievable. And I keep going back to the Jersey drone days. I'm just wondering if it was China. Somebody was doing it. It was a reality. And nothing the United States could do to stop these things from totally infesting the area around New Jersey. It was just every night. Yep. There was a reporter there every night. They're seeing these. Then all of a sudden it disappeared. That all of a sudden disappearing doesn't mean it wasn't there. And then they just stopped doing it. And it might have been a test. So to the world opening up now, you're exposing your lying. So a system that you say is horrible, they're enslaving, they all look happy to me. Absolutely every one of them look happy. Their cars are out of this worldly beautiful and like worth twice as much as they're asking for them. I don't want that system. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But don't tell me it's not working for them. They've got over 1 billion people, and it seems to be working for them.
Mind you, they get to do whatever they want, so that's an authoritarian government. I don't want that in the United States.
I don't want that.
So I want to save America from that, and that is the current administration.
That's the current administration. So he wants to be
Xi
Jinping. He admires him. He loves him.
He wants to be Kim Jong-un.
He wants to be
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be, Mark Carney.
No.
He doesn't want that.
Oh, talk about both sides. Listen to Mark Carney and talk about his vision for Canada and versus Trump. And I'll go back to Davos and listen to those two speeches. Every once in a while I'll go back to listen. Trump is doing that. Mark Carney, you're not very thankful. Should be more thankful, Mark. And I listened to Mark Carney's speech.
You talk about someone who should be thankful.
Yes.
That the rest of the world trusted your country and brought fortunes into your country.
For all
Just
these
like
years.
they say about the harlot that sits on the beast, that she sat there and everybody gave everything to her, all the countries in the world. And when that country falls, and I'll get right off it as quick as I can, but when that country falls within 1 hour, the whole world moans at the agony of that nation, that fall, because they all traded with that nation.
Now, Jim may have a spiritual point, but I can't prove it until it happens.
yeah.
So you heard it first on the Jim and Terry Show. What we offer America is to be aware that forward thinking is the way forward, and that if you're not looking forward, you're looking backwards. And make America great again implies that you thought it was great at some time in the past, and I'm curious about what era you would point to. When was America so great?
1875.
Well, it was somewhere after the Civil War, fought over slavery.
1865, yeah.
The Jim and Terry Show signing off. The dark side, dark thoughts, dark roast. Bye-bye. It's complicated, this relationship I have with my morning coffee. It's from the way that I